do have one question while I'm making my way out to the audience, if that's okay. What was the single most inspiring lesson you all learned while working on Blade Runner, either as an actor or something more visceral? What did you take with you?
Don't fucking give up.
I'm going to go out to the audience because I see that look and I know what that look means. I'm going out there now. If anybody has a question, could you please put your hand up now? Okay, hold on one second. So with the blue hat, you introduce yourself and then state your question.
Hi, my name is Tim from Boston. Welcome to Wintercon. My question, I guess, is for Joanna and Rutger, specifically. Back in '82, tattoos weren't really regarded as they are today. They were a little kind of sorted. When you saw someone with a tattoo, you might cross the streets and get away from them. Joanna, you had a tattoo on your neck. Back then, no woman was sporting a tattoo on her neck. And Rutger, you also had some tattoos. What were they?
The tattoos were, the idea of the tattoos were that they were like plug-in points for all kinds of shit. You know, high-tech shit, whatever. But because the tattoos in the rain, the lighting washed out the tattoos, so you never really got to see them other than in pictures. But it was like plug-ins, you know. Shit here, you know, that sort of stuff.
Okay, we have another question in the audience.
Let me answer your question. The tattoo, yeah, it was very new at the time. I mean, tats are quite normal now. And Westmore, who was the makeup man at the time, we played with that tattoo to make sure that the snake was flattering, you know, didn't came around the chin and didn't look bad, didn't look weird, but it was really a piece that I was very proud of, actually. I thought it was really cool.
It was your snake, right? It was her snake, the real one. Okay.
Okay, say your name and then state your question.
So I'm Mike from the Bronx. Harrison Ford played a hero in Star Wars, he was in Raiders. Blade Runner comes out, his job, escape replicants, you gotta take him in. By the end of the movie, it's like the lines are blurred. Okay, who exactly is the good guy? The good guy is the guy shooting unarmed women. He's taking down basically escaped people who just want longer lives from something that wasn't even theirs to begin with, or they were just created for specific purposes. At the end of the movie, do you feel like there is no real hero, or is actually Roy the real hero because he's the one who becomes human at the very end?
I'm not sure what the question is. Could you restate the question? Do we have comments about Harry?
No, I was going to say, at the end of the movie, the one character that becomes human really is Rutger Hauer's character. Everybody else is basically, you know, your job's to kill him, okay. And by the end of it, actually, Rutger's character has compassion at the end, which is something you really don't see from the rest of the movie. There's no real empathy except for Rutger's character. I was just wondering, was that a reason?
It's a good review.
Well, speaking of the tattoos,
We agree. We all agree.
I have one memory. I remember watching the movie and then seeing Rutger come on screen with that dove, and I thought, where the hell did that dove come from? I had no idea where it was from. I was like, who came up with the dove? So I want to know where the dove came from. Did you think of that, or did you really think of that?
Yeah. No, I thought if Ridley likes the idea, I saw in the script and I saw him shoot it. I think the Deckard on his way to, when he escapes, gets through this cage with doves. And I thought, well, Roy has to have been there. And so he could have taken a dove. He likes toys, so he really likes that idea. And then in the end, if he likes the idea, then I just don't talk a lot, but just let the dove go. That might work much better. So that's where the dove came from. The funny part was that the dove, in my mind, the dove was the Oscar winner, okay? We limited a lot of the dialogue because it was bullshit in the end, and we made that play. But here's the thing. It was cold, the dove was in my hand, and I don't know if it was because it was cold or my hand was too warm. But when I let go of the dove, I did my 3 lines, and then I went, okay. And then the dove went. No, he walked up. He just hopped on the, out the roof and walked up. So, God bless him.
Mr. Howard, do you think that you should be credited for?
I definitely feel, animals need credits, absolutely.
Do you feel you should be credited as a writer, given that final scene? And perhaps
as an actor, best performance by a dove. Come on.
I understand the writers were quite envious when you did finally make that speech. They were quite awed, in fact. Now, speaking of lines, of the different versions, because we all know there's several different versions.
There are more versions than you even know. There was more footage that never got seen, and maybe no one will ever see it. I mean, there was a violent scene. You killed Bill, right? Didn't you?
In the script, I believe, get killed on the screen. I know why now, but I love to die. I've done it a lot. So I was disappointed that I was killed on the screen.
Is that empathy?
How did you die? Because we never did quite see.
It's narcissism.
It is a killer.
That's Rutger. He did it.
We shot for a week on killing the father, right? And that was, let's say, it wasn't easy. It was beautiful, but it wasn't easy. But